All right, turning now to the forecast. Looking forward to a really warm day tomorrow. I know a lot of folks trying to get outside early to try and get that, spot next to the pool, or maybe to the boat, right, Brad?
Yeah, because we missed out on a lot of outdoor activities last weekend. Tonight, though, the skies are clear, and if you got a chance, you can still check it out. This is a view of the almost full strawberry moon over Charlotte, about 98.7% illuminated right now. It'll technically be full tomorrow, but it is bright and high in the sky tonight. You'll see it tonight and again tomorrow. It's not quite full tonight. It'll be full tomorrow, and it'll look full all the way through the end of the weekend. Gets the strawberry moon name because in June, early June, that's when we typically see the strawberry harvest. Appears full tonight and again tomorrow, and exactly full, if you want to be super technical, 100% at 11:41 p.m. tomorrow night. Tomorrow is going to be a warm day. As Colin mentioned, a lot of folks will be hitting the pools and the lakes for the first time where it's actually hot enough that you feel comfortable jumping in. 90 degrees for a high. Last week at this time, we were forecasting about 57 in the middle of the afternoon. Excuse me, with the rain. Yeah, that's how bad it was. Me choked up. It was a rough weekend last weekend for Memorial Day. This weekend, high pressure mostly in control, but there is a backdoor cold front sliding in from the north. This could kick off a few stray thunderstorms tomorrow night, mainly after 6 p.m., and it's going to really drop the temperature for Sunday back to about 80 degrees. So let's go hour by hour with the futurecast. It'll be a warm day tomorrow. I think we'll easily get close to 90. Just depends on the cloud cover and how quickly we see these showers and storms bubble up. The one thing that could keep the storms a lot more isolated, just not a lot of moisture. We talked about the lack of humidity. That's the fuel for these storms. So it could take a while for these to get going. So that's why I think later in the evening, right along the front, that'll be the highest risk. And then temperatures cool off into the 70s to near 80 for a high on Sunday. We could spend most of the day in the 70s and a crisp, cool start to Monday before we warm back up into the 80s again. This weekend is going to be a big weekend for mosquitoes, especially tomorrow, because light winds, hot weather. It's been a week since that rain last week, so a lot of those mosquitoes will be hatching. So high activity, a little windy on Sunday should deter them a little bit, and then Monday back in the high range. Mentioned there hasn't been much in the way of humidity. Dew points have been consistently in the 50s, barely creeping into the 60s. We haven't had the air you can wear weather yet, which is up here in the 70s for dew points, so a really comfortable stretch of weather. Down in the Gulf of Mexico, that's what's left of Arlene. It is not a very powerful system. It's not really doing much of anything. It's very weak, and in fact, it is going to dissipate at some point tomorrow and become a remnant low. So really not much to talk about with Arlene. Our system last weekend was way stronger and had a much bigger impact. Big ridge of high pressure in the middle of the country. That's where the heat is. East Coast, you see these backdoor fronts and this trough digging down. This is going to keep most of the Carolinas and the East Coast a little bit below average for this time of year. The average high is creeping back up into the mid 80s. We're going to spend a lot of time upper 70s to low 80s, which will make it feel real comfortable, especially for June, and not a lot of humidity because the flow has not come out of the Atlantic or the Gulf of Mexico, which is where all that moisture is going to be coming from. So the weekend forecast, not bad. Saturday and Sunday, look at this. Temperatures close to 90 tomorrow. Again, we'll keep an eye on that pop-up storm, but most of the day is dry. Sunday, cooler day, but still dry. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast bouncing around a little bit after the heat tomorrow, a cool down, warms back up early next week, and then here comes that next cool down. Middle and end of next week, only highs in the upper 70s to low 80s, and next weekend looks good as well up until Sunday. We'll see temperatures in the low to mid 80s.
A little roller coaster ride there next couple of days there, Brad. Thank you.